brief historical glimpse of the division of Surigao del Norte. Surigao del Norte was once a part of the old territory that existed in northeastern Mindanao called Caraga, which was named after the people called Caligans, who were believed to be of Visayan origin. They were the inhabitants of the province at that time. In 1538, Francisco de Castro, a Portuguese-born Spaniard, headed an expedition from Ternate and landed on what presently is Surigao del Norte province. Thereupon, he baptized the inhabitants to Christianity. Historically, the early Spanish settlements were established in Tandag. In 1658, the Recollects had residences in the towns of Tandag, Butuan, Sidargo, Pislig, and Linao, a town located in the interior of Agusan. It was on February 1, 1752, a year after the town of Surigao was burned by the Moros, when the Recollects' residence was transferred to Surigao. In July 30, 1860, through the issuance of a decree by Queen Isabel II of Spain, 6 political military districts were established in Mindanao. When the Americans took over the Philippines from Spain in 1898, one of the first moves of the policy of attrition was the establishment of a free public school system all over the country. Military officers and enlisted men first handled the classes until they were relieved by more qualified civilian teachers who have come aboard the transports Lawton and Sheridan, and followed soon after by the more popularly known Famosides. On January 11, 1901, the school system of the country was reorganized. The Bureau of Public Schools, formerly known as Bureau of Education, was organized with Dr. Fred W. Atkinson as General Superintendent of Public Instruction. There were 13 American superintendents who served the division of Surigao from 1902 up to 1936, to wit, George N. Briggs, Carl M. Moore, Arthur I. Mitchell, J. Edgar Coley, Adam E. Durkin, George M. Egan, Walter G. M. Bushkiss, Charles E. Blue, Carl E. Stoops, John H. McBride Jr., Arthur C. Whitman, Archer B. Parham, and M. A. Maxey. Filipino superintendents from 1937 to present: Venancio Nebrada, Lorenzo Alcantari, Agustin Panares, Vicente Rivecho, Leandro Lumba, Jose C. Sadul, Fermin F. Montano, and Igmedio Parcon. In June 1960, under Republic Act No. 2766, the province of Surigao was divided into Surigao del Norte and Surigao del Sur. Education Supervisor Jose P. Gabel took over as OIC of the division from 1960 to 1961. And Conrado Yabot took over as acting superintendent in 1962. He was then followed by Bonifacio Cacdac, Alfonso Correig, and Dr. Carmen C. Utina. On August 31, 1970, Republic Act No. 6134 paved way for the establishment of Surigao City Division, and on October 11, 1974, it was established as a separate entity. Mr. Antonio A. Orozco became the superintendent of the province from 1973 to 1974. He was then followed by New H. Dean, Victoriano A. Pasilao, Felicissimo Q. Patrimonio, Dr. Juanita C. Mendoza, Dr. Teresita B. Crisologo, Eulalia P. Cortez, Dr. Glorina M. Trinidad, Dr. Beatriz G. Umay, Dr. Isabelita M. Boras, Dr. Mamerto C. Galanida, Dr. Rosalina S. Bayon, Dr. Evelyn R. Fitelvero, Dr. Fidela M. Rosas, and Dr. Nelia S. Lumoxo. In 2019, the stars have aligned for the Schools Division of Surigao del Norte when the then erstwhile Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Maria Teresa M. Real returned as the Schools Division Superintendent with a refreshing brand of leadership. Under her, series of reforms were implemented in consonance with the division's mantra, "We serve because we care." Moreover, With the COVID-19 pandemic drastically changing the educational landscape, she initiated innovative programs to ensure that the learners and the personnel can smoothly adapt with the division's Basic Education Learning Continuity Program. Her transformational leadership leads the division to soar for greater heights.